So if you're running into a fat loss plateau, try doing this before cutting more calories out. So if you're actually running into a real fat loss plateau, which means you haven't lost weight for at least 2 weeks or so, and you're just stuck at the same weight, and you're constantly tracking your calories and you're not actually overeating, and you're sure that you're actually tracking your calories accurately, and if you've been dieting for a few weeks now and you've lost weight, but now you've hit the plateau for a certain amount of time, it usually means that your daily calorie intake or your metabolism has slowed down a little bit. And don't panic, this is a completely normal response from your body from dieting. Why? Because your body loses fat or mass, right? And if your body loses mass, it therefore needs less energy for it to sustain its body weight. And energy is pretty much calories. So that basically means your daily calorie intake went down a little bit. So do you have to eat less? Well, it depends. All you have to do is enter a calorie deficit. Now you can do this by increasing your activity, which is also known as non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or you can do it by lowering your calorie intake from your food intake. I personally don't like lowering my calories from my food intake too much, so this is one of my favorite methods to go to in order for me to break a fat loss plateau. So remember how I mentioned non-activity exercise thermogenesis? That's a fancy term for saying, movement that burns calories. And that means any type of movement. And one of the best forms of movement is walking, and it's one of the easiest forms of movement. So what I like to do is I like to start paying attention to how many steps I get per day, and I like to aim for a minimum of 8,000. And towards the end of my cut, I like to bring it up by 500 per week or 500 every 2 weeks. And I like to be around 10 to 12,000 steps per day. And those extra steps add up how many calories you burn, therefore putting you into a deeper deficit for you to lose body fat. So try it out.